Okay. Let me ask the perfectly impractical, but the most important question. What's the meaning of all the things you're trying to do? So many amazing things. Why? What's the meaning of this life of yours or ours?
I don't know.
Humans.
Yeah. So have you ever heard people say asking what meaning of life is like asking the wrong question or something?
The question is wrong.
Yeah, the
No, that
question is
usually
wrong.
people get too nervous to be able to say that because it's like your question sucks. I don't think there's an answer. It's like the searching for it. It's like sometimes asking it. It's like sometimes sitting back and looking up at the stars and being like, "Huh, I wonder if there's aliens up there." There's a useful palate cleanser aspect to it because it kind of wakes you up to like all the little busy, hurried day-to-day activities, all the meetings, all the things you like are part of. We're just like ants, a part of a system, a part of another system, and then when this asking this bigger question allows you to kind of zoom out and think about it. But there's ultimately, I think it's an impossible thing for our limited capacity, like cognitive capacity, to capture. But it's fun to listen to somebody who's exceptionally successful, exceptionally busy now, who's also young like you, to ask these kinds of questions about like death. Do you consider your own mortality kind of thing and life, whether that enters your mind? Because it often doesn't. It kind of almost gets in the way.
Yeah. It's amazing how many things you can like that are trivial that could like occupy a lot of your mind until something bad happens or something flips you.
And then you start thinking about the people you love that are in your life. Then you start thinking about like, holy shit, this ride ends.
Exactly. Yeah. I just had COVID. And I had it quite bad. It wasn't really bad. It was just like I also got a simultaneous like lung infection. So I had like almost like bronchitis or whatever. I don't understand that stuff, but it felt I started, and then you're forced to be isolated.
Right.
And so it's actually kind of nice because it's very depressing.
Yeah.
And then I've heard stories of, I think it's Sean Parker. He had like all these diseases as a child.
Yeah.
And he had to like just stay in bed for years.
Mm-hmm.
And then he like made Napster. It's like pretty cool. So yeah, I had about 15 days of this recently, just last month. And it feels like it did shock me into a new kind of energy and ambition.
Were there moments when you were just like terrified at the combination of loneliness and like, the thing about COVID is like there's some degree of uncertainty. Like it feels like it's a new thing, a new monster that's arrived on this earth. And so, dealing with it alone, a lot of people are dying. It's like wondering like.
Yeah, you do wonder. I mean, for sure. And then there are even new strains in South Africa, which is where I was. And maybe the new strain had some interaction with my genes, and I'm just gonna die.
But ultimately, it was liberating somehow.
I loved it. Oh, I loved that I got out of it.
Okay,
because it also affects your mind. You get confusion and kind of a lot of fatigue, and you can't do your usual tricks of psyching yourself out of it. So sometimes it's like, oh man, I feel tired. Okay, I'm just gonna go have coffee and then I'll be fine. Mm-hmm. It's like now it's like, I feel tired. Coffee. I don't even want to get out of bed to get coffee because I feel so tired. And then you have to confront. There's no like quick fix cure, and you're trapped at home.
But so now you have this little thing that happened to you that was a reminder that you're mortal, and you get to carry that flag in in trying to create something special in this world, right? With Numerai. Listen, this was like one of my favorite conversations because you're the way you think about this world of money and just this world in general is so clear, and you're able to explain it so eloquently. Richard, it was really fun. Really appreciate you talking today.
Thank you.